And it's official. The Liberals and Nationals are back together. Leaders Sussan Lee and David Littleproud have struck a deal for a coalition. They've sorted out their differences over sticking points like nuclear energy and regional infrastructure. The shadow ministries have also been unveiled, but it will not include Liberal Senator Jane Hume or National Party stalwarts Barnaby Joyce and Michael McCormack. Senator Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price has been relegated to the outer ministry after switching from the Nationals to the Liberals.
We have harnessed the talent that we need in this shadow ministry going forward.
The focus now is on Anthony Albanese and the Labor government and holding them to account.
Well, news.com.au political editor Samantha Maiden is here with the latest. Sam, was this split ever really real, or was it always just a negotiating tactic?
No, it was 100% real. I think this is more one of these situations where David Littleproud has hopped into the ute and now he's reversing at speed out of there because he got wrapped over the knuckles by all the Liberal Party and National Party elders. So I think it was 100% real and now he's 100% back.
If we were, though, to liken this to potentially a celebrity breakup and then a reconnection, who do you think would be? Who's most comparable?
Look, it's such an important question because from, Elizabeth Taylor to Frida Kahlo, many people have loved, left and returned. Yes. But look, I think in this situation, I'm going to go with Pamela Anderson and not Tommy Lee, Rick Solomon, who she married and then divorced and then went back to Tommy Lee and then remarried again. It lasted 6 months, but I think it was a hell of a lot of fun.
I mean, it's an amazing story, but the Nats didn't go join some other party in the meantime and then come back.
Well, you don't know what they've been up to. Maybe there's secrets that you're unaware.
You followed it more closely in the building than I have.
I think it's more Thelma and Louise, where they're back in the car and they're going over the cliff.
That's very good. Hey, so Sam.
Yeah, but then maybe Sussan Lee will meet Brad Pitt. So
I don't know what this metaphor means anymore. So on the substance, there were a couple of policy issues the Nats were trying to get the Libs to commit to. It seems like the Libs have actually agreed to that. At the same time, the Liberal front bench is interesting. More moderates there, some Conservatives have been kicked out. What does all this mean in the end, do you think, for the Liberals trying to re-establish themselves as a party that can actually win those city seats they lost?
Well, I think what it means is, from the Liberals' perspective, they thought that the Nationals' outrage was always confected because they were happy to agree to the things that they wanted to do. To be fair, like they haven't signed on the dotted line, for example, to build mini nuclear power plants all over Australia. They're just talking about, relaxing the moratorium. I think it will, I think ultimately, though, what you're hinting at is correct, which is it's probably going to make it a little bit tougher in the short to medium term for Sussan Lee to track to the centre because this net zero thing is now going to blow up just for a change. And so good luck. It's going to be a wild ride.
What about for Littleproud? Do you think Barnaby Joyce is going to try to roll him in the not-too-distant future?
God, I hope so. Wouldn't it be thrilling? No, I think what he's going to try and do is use a human shield to roll him, which is that Barnaby Joyce has gone behind the back of the bike sheds with Michael McCormack, who, all of these people have rolled each other at different points. They're having a filthy ciggy. They've joined up together. And I think if someone is going to challenge David Littleproud, it's more likely to be Michael McCormack. Okay. So watch this space. You should get him on because he never does anything off the record. He talks like a sieve and he does a mean Elvis impersonation. So maybe there's going to be a little bit of him coming back just as, star-crossed lovers do as well. Watch Michael McCormack. Anything could happen.
Oh, well, Sam's already put him on the show tonight. You're right.
That might be the most culture-heavy political interview.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Sam Maiden, thank you so much for your time. It's always so great when you're on.
I love that.